Well, it's time now for a look at today's French newspapers with our press reviewer, Nicholas Rushworth. Hello, Nicholas.
Hi, Lorna.
So you're going to start off with a look at Le Figaro.
Le Figaro, inside the paper today, and elsewhere in the French press, we have the coverage of Prime Minister Netanyahu's visit to France. There you can see Hollande and Netanyahu unis contre l'antisémitisme. The two leaders united against anti-Semitism. Now, yesterday, Thursday, in Toulouse in the southwest of France, both of them attended a memorial service for the victims of Mohamed Merah. And just a quick reminder that he, back in March, was the Islamist Frenchman who said he was inspired by Al-Qaeda to justify his killing spree in Toulouse and in the nearby town of Montauban. Several victims, 7 in all, some of them were Jewish. Now, the quote there in Le Figaro in that article is that from Hollande saying that France would learn all the lessons it could about this violence in March. There have been criticisms of police failures, raising questions about whether France and the police here could have stopped those 2 attacks in the southwest of the country.
OK, well, this is also the top story for the left-wing paper, Libération.
Libération is leading with the headline, L'Hommage. There you can see that. The translation of L'Hommage is the tribute paid by the 2 leaders. The main article inside the paper is critical. It says the 2 men make a strange duet. It argues that Hollande's relations with Netanyahu are better than Sarkozy's, but beyond formal diplomatic links, Hollande is at odds with Netanyahu in terms of his politics overall. Libération, the left-wing daily here in France, is pointing out that Netanyahu has allied himself with Avigdor Lieberman, who is seen by many as an ultranationalist and far-right, though within Israel itself, some do see him as a populist. But that is the Libération is arguing this morning is not François Hollande's cup of tea, really, politically speaking.
OK, well, that visit by Mr Netanyahu also makes the front page of Le Monde.
Well, Le Monde has an editorial which is saying, there you can see it, the Israel-Palestinian peace process, Europe in denial. So it says that Hollande on this occasion should have taken the opportunity to slam Brussels, to criticise the Europeans for its stance on the Mideast, saying it points out that in 1980, Europeans backed a 2-state solution in the region. Today, while condemning Israeli settlement building, what's happening is that, in fact, Brussels is condoning it. And the article, the editorial there on the front page of Le Monde is saying, well, 22 NGOs in Europe have reported this week that Europeans are trading massively with Israel, including doing trade with settlements, and that basically is torpedoing the chances of a Palestinian state.
OK, so some criticism for François Hollande there, but also that comes for his from another paper for his domestic politics as well.
Well, not a day goes by without there being some criticism and some bad news for François Hollande. When it comes to the good news, that we'll cover that as well. But here on the front page of Le Figaro, we've got a headline about him being warned by various close aides within his party. The inside pages looks at them. It has an interview with the socialist senator André Vallini, who argues that Hollande must reassure the French about the path he's taking. The inside pages of Le Figaro today also looking at some of the other people involved, including Ségolène Royal issuing a warning against him, Ségolène Royal being the former presidential candidate for the Socialists and also Hollande's former partner of 30 years. And just to end quickly, I saw a nice piece in La Tribune, which is the business paper here in Paris. And what it's saying is that, I thought it cheered me up actually, that people are intrinsically honest. C'est prouvé, l'homme est intrinsèquement honnête. So that is to do with a survey the paper carried out with Germans on the phone, and they were asked, heads or tails, which do you prefer? You get 15 euros if you say tails, and apparently the survey was that they were honest about it. So that's a really nice, good news, feel factor story there.
Even if they got heads, they still owned up. Well, thank you very much indeed, Nicholas, for that look at today's newspapers here in France.